Once a transport was finally ready to be received into the camp, a loud whistle would ring out, alerting the SS and Ukrainian guards to take their positions along the platform. During the first period of Treblinka, called the Eberl era, from July 1942 until early September 1942, the admission process into the camp was far cruder. Dr. Imfred Eberl, who was the first commandant of Treblinka, favoured an approach that relied upon terror rather than speed and deceit to facilitate the processing of the Jews throughout the camp. Oskar Berger, who arrived into Treblinka on August the 22nd, 1942, recalled such an experience. As we disembarked, we witnessed a horrible sight. Hundreds of bodies lying all around. SS soldiers, Germans and Ukrainians were standing on the roofs of barracks and firing indiscriminately into the crowd. Men, women and children fell bleeding. Those not wounded by the shooting were forced through an open gate, jumping over the dead and wounded to a square fence with barbed wire. A day later, Jankiel Wiernik, who is probably the most renowned of Treblinka's survivors, was also deported to the camp from Warsaw. He recalled his arrival in his memoirs, a brilliant book named A Year in Treblinka. Within a few minutes, we came into the Treblinka camp. Only on arriving there did the horrible truth dawn on us. The camp yard was littered with corpses, some still in their clothes and some naked. Their faces distorted with fright and awe, black and swollen, their eyes wide open, with protruding tongues, crushed skulls, mangled bodies. And blood everywhere. The blood of our children, the blood of our brothers, the blood of our sisters, our fathers, and our mothers. Eberl's time as commandant of Treblinka was one of ineptitude and chaos, a far cry from the regimented and sterile reign of Franz Stangl, who was to be his successor. Instead of utilising a combination of speed and deceit to subdue those about to be murdered, which was common in the other Operation Reinhard death camps, Eberl's men would simply admit new arrivals like they were dangerous animals, utilising terror as their main tool to propel the deportees throughout the camp faster. Dr. Eberl's lack of organisation and barbaric, unthinking admittance protocol was surprising, given that he was a trained psychiatrist and was purportedly quite intelligent. His downfall was most likely due to his arrogance, and certainly his over-ambition. In a somewhat desperate attempt to impress his superiors, Eberl agreed to admit enormous numbers of victims into Treblinka, even when it was evidenced that neither his staff nor the camp's structure could withstand that many people. During the first 5 weeks of Treblinka's operation, between July the 23rd and August the 28th, 1942, roughly 245,000 Jews were deported from the Warsaw Ghetto, 51,000 from the Radom district, and 16,500 from the Lublin district. As Treblinka approached mid-August, the camp's new arrivals per day peaked, with as many as 12,000 Jews being admitted within a 24-hour period. Unsurprisingly, Treblinka's 3 gas chambers were insufficient for such large numbers of victims, leading to lots of transports being haphazardly executed by gunfire upon their arrival into the camp, or being detained outside the camp for extended periods of time. Eberl's organisational disaster only worsened following the temporary closure of the Warsaw-Lublin-Sobibor line in late July, meaning that transports initially destined for the Sobibor extermination camp would now be redirected to Treblinka. To put it bluntly, Treblinka was drowning in victims, and Eberl, who was either too proud or stupid to realise he had made a mistake, refused to halt further transports.